defeated my mind and my body. But there's one thing I say and always mean.
This world shall know pain.
His come and dance with me in hell, won't you?
What is up, peeps? It is time for another episode of Chibi No Podcast in Halloween versions of ourselves. You got me, David the Smash Fan.
Mr.
AKA Launch.
Mrs. today.
I was trying to think that. I was like, nah, I think that sounds
No, you're
dumb, but
Launch.
did
You
it.
look like Launch. Like a dark-skinned Launch.
Who's Launch?
A Dragon Ball.
Oh.
The OG Dragon Ball. Remember
Lonche.
The one that got forgotten.
Yeah, the one she had purple hair, and then when she
blue.
sneezes,
She changed colors.
and then
Oh.
she needed to change colors.
Okay.
You know,
She had a thing for Tien.
Okay. Because
And
I
then
only
she wanted
watched
that third
Dragon
eye.
Ball and then Z, and then I haven't watched anything since.
She's in the beginning of Dragon Ball.
Okay.
She's the one that Master Roshi
Yeah.
forces her to wear that corset lingerie thing.
Corset.
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 Anyway,
Corset.
who it?
your pardon?
99 Cent Sephiroth.
Sure. You know, really quick, before you, as you were putting the introduction, I feel like you could have like a Halloween laugh in there in the intro, since we're gonna have a Halloween theme in there.
I have this one.
I like turtles.
Okay. Yeah.
Boricua Senpai. The king of Burger King Spider-Man. I don't know, but this
Miles
is
Morales.
Burger King, right?
Yeah, it's Burger
Yeah.
King.
Okay.
We got
Have it
a
your way.
promotion for the Miles Morales burger.
That's right.
Move over, Nos and JC. You got the real king of New York here. Anyway, if this is your first time listening to Chimno Podcast, which is a bunch of friends talking about everything and anything that is nerdy.
All at
Why?
once.
Because who knows?
Because we have a passion.
Yeah. Despite some people not wanting to embrace the passion.
I don't care about it.
You're married now. You can't. Don't quit trying to pretend.
Exactly. That's why I don't care about it.
No, quit trying to
No,
pretend.
no,
that,
just
no.
don't pretend that it's you.
Yeah.
It's okay.
Sure.
Come on, mierda boy.
I still don't know where that. Whatever. Never mind. What we
Hey,
got?
he's doing good. Okay, well, lots to talk about.
Yes, you had like a full topic.
I had full topic that happened like
Look,
5 seconds ago. I wanted to start off with Japorian. Sorry, he's been playing a lot of Sparking. So he had never watched Dragon Ball Super. I think he watched he watched the movies,
I watched all of the movies.
all the movies. So he knows Battle of Gods and Resurrection F. But that was in the Super anime. The other movies, Broly and Superhero, are Super Dragon Ball Super movies, but they're not in the anime.
Right.
Your questions is regarding the Super anime because there's stuff that happens, there's storylines, and you're like, what the heck just happened?
Yeah. Let me paint the picture in here. Like, as you guys know, I've been talking about Dragon Ball and how much I'm not a big fan of Super. I'm a classic Dragon Ball fan. I love it. I grew up with it. I have respect for it. But
I like
Super
it. I love it. I want
never
some
actually
more of
got
it.
to me. So I watch, I think, the first, all the new Super movies. And then I watched the beginning of Dragon Ball Super.
Yeah.
And then I completely stopped.
Yeah.
And then now that Sparkling, the game came out, I've been like playing the story here and there. I have a bunch of questions. Like, for me, it doesn't make any sense.
Come with me with the questions,
I'm
my
gonna
boy.
spill my understanding in here. I also have host in here that, of course, he's also a classic fan, so he knows like the basics, but nothing past Super. So I want to explain my understanding and let me know if I'm correct or not. And host, if this doesn't make like sense, just bring it up. Like,
Don't worry about it. Yeah.
All right. So my understanding after they beat Boo. Before the ending of Dragon Ball Z, there's like a little gap.
As explained in the movies, explain the movies, yes.
Sure.
What do you mean, sure?
Okay, well, let me.
It
Okay,
does explain it.
In the movies.
let me tell you my understanding.
Okay.
So after this, Goku meets Beerus. Beerus like, okay, we're gonna unlock the Super God,
Super Saiyan God, which was in the movie you saw, yes.
right, and they make Goku red.
In the movie that you saw,
Yeah,
yes,
of course.
correct.
All right.
Okay.
He loses all the power up and eventually is, okay, you know what? I'm going to train with Vegeta, and I'm going to be Goku Blue, which is another power
Which you saw
up.
the movie Resurrection. That's so you know this already. Yes,
Right.
okay.
They fight Freeza, which hello, he comes back from the dead and he's now Super Saiyan.
Golden Freezer, which you saw in the movie. Yes,
Right? Okay.
correct.
So at this particular point, it makes some sense to me.
Because you watched the movies, yes.
Sure. But then after this whole future Trunks scenario, that's the thing that confuses me the most.
Okay, you're not
So,
the only one, so go
Let
on.
me tell you my interpretation of this. So during this particular time, Trunks comes back from the future again. Surprise, surprise.
Surprise, surprise.
With a different hair color.
Yep.
And he basically says, hey, I need help from the future. I need your help because there's a guy who looks like Goku who's trying to kill everybody.
He's black.
Which
He's
is
not
Goku
black.
His name is Black.
Right, there's a
Name's
clip
Black.
about that. Like, don't shoot, he's
Yeah,
black,
he's
right?
not. He's not
Don't
black.
shoot him. He's not black.
All right. So this guy apparently is Goku from the future who kill or absorb. I don't know. He managed to have Goku's body. Turns out that he is being fused with some other Supreme
Kaioshin?
Kai from that particular universe.
Another universe, yeah.
Goku and Vegeta somehow end up in the future, and they travel to that particular future, and they fight Goku Black, which turns out to be, I guess, the Kaioshin from that universe. They fuse, fight. Trunks falls in love with Pilaf's subordinate, which is Mai,
Which was shown in the first movie, yes.
which is weird because she's an old woman. She becomes like a really young, and then they start dating, which is kind
Well,
of...
that's
But you knew that from the
speculated.
first movie, yes, okay.
That's speculated. That's not confirmed.
Well, how could she become a child?
Dragon Balls.
So, okay, they go with the same plot to turn into a child again.
But it's different, though, because if I remember correctly,
And the manga had a little.
the manga had a weird...
Basically, what happened is when they were trying to save Goku in the
Trunks'
in
timeline.
Trunks' timeline, they wished themselves as babies on accident.
Not
And
baby.
so-
It's something,
no,
yeah,
they
something
were
like that.
babies.
Yeah, yeah.
And so that's why the Dragon Balls couldn't be used, and that's why everyone else died.
That's in the super manga.
The
It's
manga,
super
the manga,
weird.
the manga, the manga, the manga.
Doesn't explain that in the
The anime. It makes no sense.
No.
Okay. Well, basically, they're fighting Goku Black that it becomes Samasu?
Zamasu.
Or whatever his name is, which is that Kaioshin with a different color.
I'm just going to hear what you say and then not correct you. So
All
just keep
right.
going.
They fight him. Apparently, they beat him. But then, hey, this is not working out. So Goku speed styles the Supreme Kai, or the God of the Universe, who basically
Let's see what.
kills Samazu, and the whole fight was meaningless because he could have just done it from the very beginning. And then this Supreme God goes into the regular universe and meets with the Supreme God of that universe. So there's two now. And they decided, hey, let's have another tournament. And let's have like a multiverse tournament and fight with different people.
Mortal Kombat.
Right? So my understanding is they end up fighting a bunch of different universe. They introduce new Super Saiyan people, like a female Super Saiyan, a squinky little dude Super Saiyan, and
A
probably
what? A
look alike.
squinky?
I don't even know. They fight. Eventually, somehow Jiren, which is the
Just the Vin Diesel of
Right.
Dragon Ball Super.
apparently
Fun fact, his English voice actor is the same as Endeavor's.
interesting. I don't even care because I never watch it.
He does a great job. He does a great job as Jiren.
So Jiren is a guy who's fighting for peace. For my understanding.
Family.
I know, right? And at the very end, of course, they have many introductions. Frieza joins the team to fight with the good guys, so he's a good guy now, I guess. This is my understanding of what I've been
It's
saying.
an alliance more than anything.
Basically, get into a tournament, everybody's trying to get stronger. Gohan gets a new haircut for some reason. I don't even know.
What?
To me, like in the video game, they introduced Gohan with a different hairstyle, which is the weirdest thing ever. I don't even know.
He's
He wished
thinking,
for it with
he's
the
thinking
Dragon
of his
Balls.
tracksuit haircut, and
No,
then
he
he
has
has
one
his
after.
old haircut.
After, you know, the one that his traditional hairstyle with a little hair.
Yeah. He has
The game,
another
there's-
different one?
Yeah, there's one without it.
Oh, okay. I know what you're talking about. Okay,
Yeah,
okay.
which it doesn't make any sense to me. They have a tournament. Everybody fights with each other. Jiren is like the OP master. They introduce some idol fighters. Some
Ribrianne.
random. Hey,
That's the name, Ribrianne.
okay, whatever. And then at the very end, surprise, surprise, Goku gets to fight Jiren. he gets into super ultra instinct.
There's no super, just called Ultra Instinct. Now you're just adding
and
words.
then he basically beats Jiren. But surprise, surprise, since they're playing in the team,
Surprise, surprise.
I guess the team was composed of different fighters. Among them was Android 17, who comes back from out of nowhere to fight the battle. And then he's the one who basically becomes the winner of the tournament. And they get to grant his wish. Everybody has a wish. And one thing to mention, I guess, part of the tournament, if you lose, your universe gets destroyed.
Erased, yep.
So basically at the end...
And there's only one winner?
Yes. At the end, after fighting everybody else, Android 17 said, well, everybody who fought in this multiverse, I don't want the universe to be destroyed. So that's about it. Is that right?
You have a lot of details that are wrong, but overall that is correct.
All right.
There's a lot of details you have very wrong.
Before, I don't know if I want to hear your response first, but from my understanding, I don't know. I need to know, like, what do you get from my thoughts from that?
I hear a lot of condescension first in your voice when you're saying it, and a lot of confusion, which means that you don't completely understand.
Well, like I said, I'm just
which
going
could
by
be
the
out
game.
of context, but it's okay. But it's okay.
I mean, it
Do you wanna-
doesn't feel like there was any sense of urgency anyways. If the champion can just be like, nope, everyone lives. Okay, And then not to mention, I mean, I don't know what's going to happen afterwards. Maybe you guys know, but the fact that this takes place before Z finishes, it's just a weird timeline set up with all these power-ups. And again, I do think that he was trying to fix the power scaling, especially because I actually really enjoy Superhero, the movie.
That's a pretty good movie.
It's a
And
great
they
movie.
finally gave Piccolo like a chance at actually being worthwhile as an opponent. And then obviously you have Beast Gohan, which
Yep.
is sick. But I mean, it seems that what he describes, if relatively accurate, at least the overarching story, kind of senseless. Mm-hmm. Yeah.
So here's my biggest take on Super overall. It was the biggest mistake to do it between. Like, I am 100% agree with you. Super has so many issues, and the fact that they had to put it in between Z or between the end of Z with that 10-year time skip was the worst idea, because now you're limited to like, okay, and Toriyama, I mean, rest in peace Toriyama, but he was like, I want to preserve the ending that I did in Z. So it's like, well, you can only write so much, right, in this time frame. And the more that he wrote, or not him, but the more that they advanced Super story, the less and less and less believable it became that Oob could even touch base Goku, which is at the end of Z. All these powers that he has, and the fact that Whis, and this is probably you don't get from the game, but Whis says, I don't want you guys fighting or training in Super Saiyan form. I don't want you to be dependent on that form. I want you to be as strong as you can base-wise, in base form. So whenever they train with Whis, they're always in base form. Only very different times do they actually train and go like all out. But he's mostly like, no, I want you to just fight me in base form.
And Whis
get
is
super strong.
He's the angel.
His like angel.
Beerus is a god of destruction, and
Yeah.
Whis is like the
Assistant,
good side of it.
yeah.
His chauffeur.
I'd say it sounds like dark side versus light side. That's how I always interpreted it.
Okay.
Because the Kaioshins don't have one. They don't need an angel. But anyway, so they had written themselves. Even now, like when you see Beast Gohan, you see Orange Piccolo, you see Ultra Instinct Goku, you see
We're saying God form.
Super Saiyan God forms. I'm like, there's no way that they would be. First of all, why the heck would you want to enter this tournament? There's no way that you would go to this tournament, because you are gonna body. Oop doesn't know. You're gonna take him now to be the next savior? Like, bull crap. Like, no,
That's canon.
It's, yeah, but that's the thing. That's the problem. It makes the ending.
Is
Make
part of it
less sense.
to level up though?
Yeah, to level him up, but
So-
he's still a human. There's no way he can get. This is the thing.
Yeah, it's the spirit of Boo. And Boo has been around since time of creation, and he's this unstoppable force. So that makes sense.
No. Anyway, my whole point of this was, I do agree with you that Super does a lot of the things that didn't make no sense. So one of the things was when they brought Trunks back, the stupidest reason for this is they wanted to differentiate the chibi Trunks with the grown-up Trunks, and their idea was, oh, I have a great idea. Let's turn his hair blue. And in all the flashbacks that they do, I don't know if they do in the game, but in the flashbacks they do, like when he turns Super Saiyan for the first time, when Gohan dies in his timeline, his hair is blue. Or sometimes if they don't want to redraw it, they just like they put like this weird filter.
Kind of, it's similar to like a gray tone scale for like to make it black and white or whatever. But it was like a blue. Like
it was weird.
Isn't like the Kid Trunks hair purple?
Yeah.
His
normal hair
So
color.
you're saying
that's Japan. Blame Japan.
It's the stupidest thing ever. Like I completely agree with you. I love I love that arc in the sense that it brought Trunks back, but they also did a bunch of like pools that came out of nowhere. Like
You didn't see the foreshadows.
oh yeah, like for some reason,
and he has
Trunks has
too,
a
right?
Trunks has a new form. I think it's called Super Saiyan Rage or Super Saiyan. Makes no sense how that happened. In Super, and then he somehow
and it's a different Trunks for a different timeline. Also, the same timeline as
it's the same Trunks.
It's his same timeline.
It's the same.
So okay, so this is where it gets complicated. So the Zamasu of his timeline
Kaioshin.
is it Goku Black?
Yes.
Yeah. So Goku
But
Black is the Zamasu of
of Trunks' timeline.
No, of different someone else's.
Of a split pit.
Okay.
So
it's like 4 or 5 timelines.
He's a split from a different one, but how he found out about Goku is, and they showed it in the anime.
He does fight.
No, he sees his stuff on GodTube.
Yeah, something
like
called
YouTube.
GodTube. Yeah, it's
and
stupid.
he was envious of his power, so he goes into a different timeline, the split timeline of where Goku is in Super in the beginning, and takes his body.
He goes to there's Super Dragon Balls. He goes to the Super Dragon. He collects them. He wishes for him and Goku's body to switch.
His souls to switch.
Their souls to switch. No, it's their bodies.
Yeah.
So anyway, then he goes and he has Goku's body, and then he kills Goku and everyone in that universe, and he starts killing, and then he kills the Kaioshin. So what happens in the anime, which I don't think he explains in the game, if you kill the Kaioshin, then the God of Destruction also dies.
They're tied
And
together.
the angels can't do anything. The angels basically just wait until the next one comes. They can't do anything because they're completely biased. They can't interfere with this. So he started going to different timelines, and killing all the Kaioshins so that he could
different universes.
Yeah. And then he needed someone else to help him, so he went to another timeline, which I think is Trunks' timeline, and he told Zamasu, hey, join me. They say yes, so then they gather the Super Dragon Balls and they make him immortal. So Goku Black isn't immortal, but the Zamasu of Trunks' timeline is immortal. And then Goku Black starts killing everyone, and when he's on Earth, he almost kills Trunks. Trunks is able to go back in time to where he was.
Dude, Trunks kind of sucks, huh?
He gets shafted.
He always has to go back in time.
But the thing about this, though, like around the Cell saga or after the Freeza saga, like in between, that Trunks was awesome. That's the coolest version.
I like Trunks. I'm just saying they write him to be kind of.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah. Well, the thing is, he gets. I mean, the kind of the BS that he goes through with Goku Black. It in the anime, the first thing before he goes back in time, his mom gets caught, Bulma gets caught, and then she gets disintegrated by Black right in front of Trunks' eyes.
But once again, this is the timeline in which the Cells this is the original Trunks that went to the past.
Sounds like it. Yes.
Okay.
But this is what happens also.
Okay.
But this is also what happens. So they also explain that because of the events and there weren't enough humans when the androids were there, Babidi didn't come till later. So after Cell came, Babidi was coming on his way with the Buro to wake up Majin Buu. The Kaioshin, Supreme Kai came to help Trunks train Trunks. He does train him. He's able to kill the Buro and Babidi without them ever waking up Buu. But the Supreme Kai dies in the battle. So Beerus is also dead in this universe.
Yeah.
So when Goku Black gets there, there's no other help because the Supreme Kai is dead and the God of Destruction is dead.
On top of that, because when Supreme Kai dies in that timeline, that's when Trunks becomes Super Saiyan 2.
Uh-huh.
It's pretty intense. It's pretty intense.
But here's the more BS crap. So in the anime, for some reason Goku and Vegeta. So Goku and Vegeta they fuse again to be Vegito.
Yep.
They retconned the Potara rings because originally they were supposed to be
Permanent.
but they defused in when they went into Majin Buu. There's an explanation for that, but they retconned it saying that if the Potara rings are used by non-Kaioshin people, then it only lasts an hour. So they're fighting, they're defeating Zamasu, who they both merged to become
Fuse
Zamasu, and they're kicking his trash. And then, but the fusion only lasts maybe 10 minutes or 5
because of how
minutes.
powerful they were.
That's the retcon stuff, which is the stupidest thing. And then Trunks' sword breaks, and then somehow he's so emotional that he's able to pull the energy from everyone on
He basically
Earth.
does like a spirit bomb into
On the
a sword.
Why? I don't know.
They make him get ass pulls in that because, so like in the manga, it makes just a hair more sense, not a lot more sense. Like, so his rage form, how I interpreted it, and a lot of people did too, is that's a form he got because he was trained by the Kaioshin, so he was able to obtain that form because of it, a somewhat godly form.
Never confirmed though.
Never confirmed, but that's just people's head.
But he does know how to heal. So he because he was trained by Supreme Kai, he knows how to heal, right?
Yes, in the manga only.
Yeah. So
It's
I don't
really
know.
weird. It's
See,
really
but the
weird.
thing that got to me the most is like at the end. Well, let's call what's his name,
Zeno.
Yeah, Zeno.
Zeno-sama.
Hey, can you destroy this guy for me? Sure, why not? That's it.
Well, again, I don't know how they do in the game because I haven't gone there. But what happens in the animes, they destroy him or they destroy his body. But since he's immortal, he can't really die. So his essence basically is now free from this quote unquote container, which was his body. So he's able to spread throughout the entire universe, multiverses. So he can basically just destroy everything without even have to
So like the
transport or
Force.
anything. Something like that. But he's and so the thing with Zeno is that Zeno doesn't just kill people; he literally erases you
Yeah.
from existence. So he's like, we have nothing else. So they call Zeno to be like, hey, this guy is destroying all the universe. He's like, okay, well, this universe is gone, and he just
So they could
erases
just
from
done it from the very
existence.
beginning, but they had the whole battle, the fusion, all of that.
Well, he doesn't usually get involved. That's the point.
Zeno's not supposed to get involved.
Yeah.
You like the multiverse stuff, so I didn't. Come on, Paul. This is
It got a little bit confusing though, because at the end there's two.
No timeline. Dragon Ball. I'm with this on Paul. Dragon Ball does not know how to do time travel.
I'm not against Paul on that. I'm just saying Paul loves multiverse stuff.
Yeah, but with that being said, this is confusing. this
This
is
one,
like,
no. If you watch, you'll be like, "What? What the heck just happened?"
Okay.
Because at the end of, I don't know if they showed this in the game, but in the end, Trunks' universe is gone.
Yeah.
So all the spirits that were in the spirit world gone. Goku is literally run out of
Because of his
Vegeta
sword,
out of
huh?
existence. Out of existence. So they bring him to the main timeline where he could stay, but he's like, "Nah, I'm gonna find another timeline that has a similar. You guys still, but I would just go to another time. Like that makes no sense. Why would you go to another timeline that you still don't belong in to be
Wouldn't
with
there
the
be a
same
Trunks
people?
there?
and he takes my Pilaf's underling.
Yeah, but she's a grown up by this time.
Which is odd because then Trunks' timeline, he doesn't exist in the one that he's in during Super because he exists in the future one.
no, that's the thing. Is they see this is why it gets all weird.
That's why I don't like the
So-
time travel multiverse
So
stuff.
it's like Endgame, the way they explain
No,
it,
you
right?
can't put me in the game in this. Okay,
No,
but-
I'm talking the way they explain time travel, right? You can't go to your past, change it, and then it affects your future, right? So the little Trunks that we see in Dragon Ball Z when they're fighting Buu, he's still there, right?
Okay.
So he's still there. He doesn't go away. The future Trunks that we saw was of another timeline, which now is completely erased. If you want to think about it in Marvel, it got cut off. The branches was pruned. But then for some reason he doesn't want to stay in this timeline of the Goku and the Bulma that he actually does know, to go to another timeline to another Goku, another Bulma that he doesn't know. He has to explain, hey, I'm from the future, but my timeline got destroyed by that.
He wants to make a name for himself because he doesn't ever shine. That's why.
Like, it doesn't make, I'm like, you might as well just kept him in the main time. But again, because they did it in between the end of Z, they're like, well, we can't just have Trunks be here. So they're like, okay, well, I guess he has to go somewhere else. So Super was bad at writing. They had cool ideas, but they did not know how to execute it. And the manga was worse. This story was cooler. Like, they had cool stuff that he added, but he made it seem that how you time travel is different, where if you time travel to one point in time in the past, then that time, like, it moves like this. it was the weirdest thing. Like, I don't know how to explain, but like if 10 minutes pass, right now, and I try to go back to where I wanted to go to that timeline, 10 minutes has passed over there as well, which makes no sense because Trunks, when he originally came to
That isn't time traveling.
yeah, I know.
That's universe jumping.
So anyway,
I don't know
but this doesn't make sense. So what happened is in Dragon Ball Z, when Trunks goes back in time, he tells Goku about what's gonna happen to the androids. When he goes back to his timeline, I think he's there maybe 3 months. I think it's 3 months or a few months, and then it's refueled, and then he goes to the past, but goes 3 years closer, so he can meet them when the androids come, but going to the same timeline. So he didn't have 3
Even
years
though
to
he has
train.
a time machine, he can travel when you were in.
He can travel wherever he wants, but he didn't have to wait 3 years to get to that point.
Yeah.
And that's what the Super manga was saying. And I was like, this is stupid.
Yeah.
Agreed.
Yeah.
Point is, I agree with
So-
you. Like Super has tons of flaws. I'm
Super has a lot of BS.
I'm not one to even apologize. I mean, to justify because they are stupid. I do like the transformation. I do like the fighting, but again, it's super hard to ignore their huge flaws.
Emphasis
And not to
on
mention,
super.
that the animation overall was crappy.
Yeah, and tournament, tournament arc.
So the tournament arc. So this was the reason why they had. I don't. Did they explain to you why they had the tournament?
Because I guess Xenos was bored and he needed some kind of entertainment. That's
Yes and no. So basically, he found out.
I'm
I
bored.
guess
Maybe
they
happy.
rate every universe on a point system, and basically he was like, "There's too many universes. Or I'm gonna erase like 2 of them." And he says, "Well, universe 7 which is the universe that Goku's in, and universe like 9 or 10, I can't remember. He was gonna erase them, but he's like, "Oh, you know what? Goku did say about a tournament. So let's do this. Let's say we only want to keep one universe, and so we're gonna have a battle royale. Whichever universe comes out on top, they will be the remaining universe. Everyone else will disappear." That was the main goal. Now this is
Did
where
that happen?
Well, this
He
won't get
wanted
into
to
it.
delete 2, and then he wanted.
Yeah, and he
continue.
deleted 2, and he's like, "Well, I'm just going to keep 1." So anyway, you said 17 wishes in back, which is correct. Now, this is where I'm like, this is the stupidest thing. So, in the end, the Zeno-sama said, or his angel, I can't remember what his angel's name is. He said, well, Zeno's plan all along was that the winner of the tournament would want to wish all of the universes back. And if they had not wanted to do that, then he would have erased that universe for real and basically have no universes that will have to start over.
This was a test.
I was like, this is the stupidest thing. They fought this for nothing. I was like, okay, whatever. Again, super cool concept. I like the multiverse tournament. The reason for it and the way that it basically just says, nah, it didn't happen, is dumb.
Yeah, I'm gonna agree with that. I was playing the game and all the power ups and new power ups were actually pretty cool. I think they're gonna get more from the movie as well, superheroes. But the story, like, I was so confused on this.
Don't worry, it's confusing.
See, my only suggestion, if I was able to make a call on this, I would probably have Super after Dragon Ball
Z.
manga. Yeah,
I would have done that too.
And then it could be like
It would make
the-
sense chronologically.
Right, passing the torch to Oob or something, and then you can include the gods and have all the power up. Because
That
that'll
way,
be a
Goku and Vegeta can have their fun without having to have Earth included.
Without their burden.
Yeah, and then if they needed like someone's help, they could bring Gohan in or Piccolo, and then just kind of pick them in, and then just like leave Trunks and Goten to be helping out protecting the Earth type of thing.
And now you have to squish Daima, which is before Super, after Dragon Ball, the main story completed.
No.
But
After
not
Boo.
the ending.
After Boo.
It's after
Okay,
Boo.
right? So it's
Literally
after
like
Boo,
like 10 days after
But before
Boo.
Super.
right?
Yeah, it's literally like 10 days after Boo gets killed.
And they have to include that. And if they introduce some other power up, I don't know. It's gonna. This is.
That's the thing. I heard that it does.
Get out of here, man.
I know.
This used
I
to be
know.
a good
I
show.
know. Well, here's the thing. Okay, the also reason why Daima is, I think the idea is good, but I don't know what they're gonna do with it. Is one, they said that ideas of this show is gonna affect what they want, what stories they're gonna tell in Super, and the coming arcs.
Because Toriyama wanted to incorporate those characters from Daima, but he didn't want to. He didn't want to be like, oh, the reason why these people are here is because Goku met him off screen and they're like, what? You know what I mean?
So
They're
basically,
let's
they're
just
going
make
to
this
do
whole
Dynamite
thing
to move this
and-
arc.
Yeah, I see what you mean.
But anyway, and
And then it's gonna be like nothing ever happened.
So definitively, the end of Z is going to be the end of the Dragon Ball arc
here's the
story.
thing. As the years have gone by, Toriyama has, I can't remember where I found where this article is, but he did say Super has gone so big, and the stories I want to write or want to incorporate have to go outside the bounds of the ending of Z. So because Dragon Ball Superhero is basically 1 year before the end of Z, I think he's going to. I think now what's his name? Toyotaro is going to go past Z for that reason, because now they have to introduce.
They're screwed because like after Superhero, like you said, 1 year before the end of Z, they showed Gohan, Beast Gohan. They showed Chad Piccolo. They showed Broly, and Broly's learning.
Yeah.
And then in the manga after that, Gohan goes and trains with Goku and Vegeta in Beerus's planet, and he powers up to Beast, and he fights Goku in his Ultra Instinct mode, and then he fights Broly, and Broly learns how to control his rage. So it's like, how are they got?
And you want Oob to freaking train Oob?
So the funniest thing was, I was watching it earlier this week. It was some guy, like on the TikToks, or like some people were like, where they have the camera pointed at themselves and they're pretending they're being the characters. Like, wow, I can't wait! Like another tournament of power. I'm trained up. I'm ready for this. We're gonna take out those Universe 7 guys. Like Ultra Instinct is not gonna be a problem. It's like, oh, what about Ultra Ego? Huh? That sounds kind of like, yeah. Oh, what about you, Gohan? I think I can take you. I was like, oh, I got this new transformation, Beast Mode. It's like, I'm talking about Piccolo. Yeah, the Mechie is like, oh, okay? I have this orange form. He's like, man, I just want to die. He just walks away. Like,
Who's Ultra Ego?
Vegeta gets a form.
Okay.
That one I like. That it's the
the forms are cool.
Form
but-
based off of destruction.
Okay.
So he gets a purple aura, he gets purple hair, and then he loses his eyebrows.
He's like a Super Saiyan 3/2. But his is different because
You're never gonna say
so
that.
his is also different because his has to deal with. It's kind of like if he gets more damage, he's
The more
stronger.
damage he gets, the stronger it becomes.
Yeah,
he's the Hulk.
yeah.
Except he doesn't have the stamina of it, so
Yeah.
the
The drawback is that it's very short. He also knows how to. They don't show this in the anime because this is past the anime, but he learns how to take your energy.
Oh yeah, he has energy.
What's it
siphon.
called? It has a cool name for it.
Absorb.
No,
Giga Drain.
Spirit
Fission?
siphon. Spirit fissure.
Spirit Fissure. So I'll have to explain that later on. But
Holy crap!
no, but look at it. No, but this is what they're doing is instead of having everyone be okay, you have to get to Super Saiyan 1, Super Saiyan 2, then Super Saiyan 3.
Yeah.
They're branching out to be like every person can have their own one depending on.
Hey, that's why
They're trying to level the playing field, like
Yeah.
like how Naruto, where there's levels to it, but even you can level the playing field if you have a certain skill set to even fight someone who might be on paper stronger than you.
Like my guy was able to.
Rose as well too, right?
That's something different, and I'm not going to go into that. But like for example, like my guy, he the way that he's able to basically close the gap is with the 8 gates.
But that
I mean, at a huge cost.
yeah, death.
but the point, but the point is that he
Yes.
can close that.
Yes.
he has an ability.
I want to rewatch that now. Thanks a
right?
lot.
Kakashi can copy, right?
Yeah.
He's still super strong,
Yeah,
but like,
I know.
he's
I
super nerfed when he doesn't have it. But that's what closes.
Yeah, they
the
all
gap.
have powers that can level the playing field if they know how to use it,
Yeah.
even if the opponent is stronger than them. So
See,
yeah.
I like that. It's a little bit confusing because I was used to the whole consistency.
Well, of course, but that's the
Yeah,
thing
yeah,
is
it
they're
doesn't
trying to
have to do
retcon
it,
it
right.
that way, which
Right.
it made it cool. Again, if it weren't for Dragon Ball Z, I don't think we'd have the ushered in concept of anime in the West. It helped obviously bring it over, but that power scaling is definitive as far as like, oh, no one below you is a threat because they don't have nearly enough power, right?
Yeah.
Also,
They-
Dragon Ball incorporated transformations in the sense of not like changing outfits, like no, like Sailor Scouts. Sailor Scouts, their
Yeah,
transformations.
but that's not the only
But-
thing. Like, they
but
get their
that's what
powers when
made-
they transform, right?
Yeah,
They don't have their powers until they transform.
Yeah, but he's talking about like I'm talking about real transformation, like their look changes.
I know what you mean.
I
yeah.
know what you mean.
Yeah,
but I'm
they
saying
don't.
that it's not just their clothes; they actually get the power.
That's what he was
They don't.
saying.
Yeah, they don't. They can't
That's what
fight without base.
I know. But that's what I'm saying. Like they made like transformations head like big. Like if it wasn't for that, you wouldn't have Bleach where Ichigo gets his
See,
Bankai.
and this is where
Naruto,
this is
Sage
why, like, I
Mode.
still my beef with Super. Like because of this, I can't follow. I mean, with that just information alone, sure. Everything else,
Just read the
I'm out,
manga.
man.
You'll save
mean,
yourself.
I'm not beefing with it. I just never watched it. It intrigued me, but then the more I heard about it, the more I'm like, I feel like I've heard enough of it. I'll just watch a couple fight scenes. But
I think watching the fight scene would be kind of cool.
Have you watched? I'll give you the fights to watch. So
I've watched one with you.
Yeah, if you watch all of Trunks's, and I say not the entire saga, but there's episodes that you want to watch.
Okay.
All those are really good. Most of the Tournament of Power, I would say like 80% of it's really good to watch. There's some fights I'm like, yeah, you don't have to watch
Not the
those.
Power Ranger episode. The Power Ranger episode.
Oh, that was funny. No, that's hilarious.
No, that sucks.
Oh no, it's not the Power Ranger. The Sailor Moon, the Ribby Randy
yeah,
one.
those.
That one's funny. But anyway,
What I would want, like if I were to get one wish with the Dragon Balls, is to actually have a good story, kind of like Frieza or Cell. I think those stories were actually pretty cool. The way that
Frieza's back in black.
Yeah,
this is like,
He's
Black
back in
Frieza.
black. He's Black Frieza,
and then they're gonna
Sacramento Kings Frieza.
and he's the strongest now in the universe.
But they keep recycling this. Like Frieza has come back like how many times?
But here's the thing: is
And
I
Cell
think
too.
Four?
Yeah, and
But
Cell.
here's the thing: is of all the villains, people love Frieza.
They can introduce
all
new
of them.
characters.
They did. They introduced beers, and people like beers. But Frieza has say hello, monkeys.
That's
Hello,
wild.
monkeys. Yeah.
But anyway, here's the thing with Dragon Ball. What their issue is, and this was, I guess you could call it also the Marvel issue, was that they can or they have had good bad guys, but they kill them off.
That's sick.
Yeah, he looks cool.
That
They
looks
haven't
really
given
nice.
him some Air Force Ones, and
They don't come with those 3 whatever his feet are. But anyway, now I lost my train of thought. What was I saying? Something about Dragon Ball Z.
it doesn't matter.
It doesn't
Oh,
matter.
anyway, no, okay. Well, you know how in Marvel, right? They kill off villains that are Killmonger, great, but they kill him off. You can't have any more swords with him. He's done, right?
Sure.
But in the superhero comic books, these characters, these villains are always there. Rarely do they die, or if they do,
Well, they do.
They come back in the comics.
Right. Frieza die.
Yeah, and
Cell
Frieza came
die.
back. Yeah, but Frieza
Back
came
in
back.
What are you
Die.
talking about? Comics? Are you talking about the manga?
No,
No, American comic books.
in American comic books.
Oh,
You know how there's villains, Spider-Man's villains?
Oh.
He defeats them, but you get more stories because the comic book, they don't kill them off. In the movies, they
got
do.
you. I see what you mean.
Yeah.
Okay.
So Frieza was a great villain, and Frieza still is a great villain. I think he has a lot of stories to tell. I do ultimately want him to be completely annihilated, and I think they can do that, and they can make a really good story.
Look, they can even introduce Cooler by all means.
I don't want no cooler. Frieza's fine by
They
himself.
brought Broly.
Frieza's fine, but yeah, no one. I don't hear. The amount of people that wanted Broly to be canon versus Cooler, the gap isn't even close.
That's true.
All I'm saying, like, they should introduce like the right new. Well, they should have done.
They
that.
did.
Yep. Jiren.
Jiren is a new one.
Goku
Is that
Black.
All of the new Saiyans.
Is
He's
that-
an antagonist.
Yes. He does got a cool fight.
Well, keep in mind that's one of the. I mean, not that we want to continue this if we want to,
Yeah, I
but
know, 'cause it's
a
gonna
lot
go-
of shows or animes. This was my quarrel: is they're starting to do less villains and focus more on like, oh, they just have a sad story, so that justifies like their villainous ways. So with Jiren, I don't know Jiren's story. I didn't think he was a villain. He's
He's
just
a
a guy
warrior for
defending his
justice.
universe.
Yeah.
So that he can't be a villain from that, but.
Basically, somebody went and killed his family, and then he got trained by a master, and then his master got killed, and he could never revenge him. So he was like, I'm not going to be weak anymore. And that's it.
Yeah, that's not a villain's like.
He's
Well, as long
just
as he
an-
doesn't do villainous things,
Yeah,
that's not a villain.
He's
but
just an antagonist.
he's
but to your point,
cold-hearted.
I think they're too afraid to write a good villain now, and we'll just keep bringing back the villain, and then we'll bring an antagonist in who is like the anti-hero or whatever. Oh, I can understand where they're coming from, so I can see why they would make such bad decisions.
That's why Frieza comes back, because Frieza's a racist, controlling
See, and that's
psychopath.
why what with Frieza, Cell, and
racist
Blue too.
psychopath.
I feel like the way that everything was written initially was pretty good. Everything else, it feels like an add-on.
It is an add-on. That's what Super is an add-on.
should be a
But
little
now
more
here's the thing: is
cohesive,
again, if they want to have the ultimate, like the one thing that is always been like a scar on them is Freeza. Like, yeah, he had Cell, yeah, he had Boo, but Frieza's the one that's affected all of the lives in one way, shape, or form. Broly's life, or his parents' life, Vegeta's, Goku's not having his parents there, Vegeta's whole planet being destroyed. Frieza, and yeah, Goku wasn't the one to kill him. Like, it was cool that Trunks did, but like now it's like, okay, he did die again in Resurrection F, but now I want to see, now he has his new form. Now he's actually like, there's no way that he can be beaten now. How are they going to defeat him? I honestly want to see that. What I would like to see is him accept that, like, I'm evil. I'm never going to change, but I know I can't beat you guys. So, okay, sure.
Kind of like
I accept that he's going to die and be annihilated. And I would want him to be Hakkai'd. That'd be cool. That way he can't be brought back by the Dragon Balls. He just erased from existence.
Nah, I think I bring him back. He's going to become an ally. A
Nah.
friend.
An ally?
He was an ally.
Also.
I can see him coming back as a part of the crew.
No,
Think of it like
you
when
serious?
Venom paired up with Spider-Man to defeat Carnage.
That's what the
It
tournament
was just a
power.
temporary alliance.
that's what happened. Yeah, that's what
That
happened
was
in
the
the Tournament
tournament
of
of
Power.
power.
Anyways, we've been talking about Dragon Ball for too long. I think we should
I can
move
never
on.
talk enough about it. But anyway, the point is,
The point is, it's confusing.
Look what you did. Look what you did.
we spent
It is
40 minutes
confusing.
Dang it.
because of your questions.
Dude, it was like I was
Just watch the show then.
Now I
I'm
want to
sick
watch the
of talking
show.
about the topic I wanted to
You
say.
could read
After you
manga.
told me about this, like I don't think
You
I want
could
to watch
read
the
the
show.
manga and save yourself a lot of time.
No.
Just pull up spoilers like these guys do.
Yeah, that's what I do. I should do it. Well, that's why I play the game. It gave me everything in there.
It gave you a corrupt.
So we're talking really quick about the game. How is the game now? Apparently, you have played longer than last week,
Yeah,
right?
it's
played 20
I'm still getting used to the controllers because I haven't. First of all, I don't play controller much anyway, aside from Smash Brothers, and these controls again. I the last Budokai I played was like 15 years ago. Yeah, me personally.
Okay.
So getting used to the buttons, it's all very different than Smash, and so I was like, it's hard for me. So I haven't started the story yet. I've just been training to make sure like I can get the buttons correct.
Are you playing on Switch?
No, I'm playing on PC.
Oh, okay.
I'm playing on with my Xbox Elite controller. Yeah, I'm just trying to get used to because like I still always forget how to block or how to perfect counter, and I forget which one is to power up and which one is to dash. So I'm like, I'm just gonna keep training this because I want to get it so I can actually play comfortably.
Okay, eventually we'll have a review after he starts playing the story.
Dude, it's hard. It's hard for me to get used to it. So
Dude, you have the motivation. You have the desire. It's
yeah,
Dragon
but
Ball.
it's the time, man.
Mister, are you using the art? Did you buy the game or no?
Yes.
Are you using the little arcade controller or no?
I don't think it's compatible. Is it?
Is it not?
So I haven't played it yet. I bought
That's
it.
fine.
No, because I bought it yesterday, and then
you guys.
But I let
Revoke your Dragon Ball card right now.
Miles, our friend, he had today off of work, so I just let him play because like we have a family share thing. So he's playing. He's been playing, and I told him I'm going to play it this weekend. So
He was not playing. I was
He
playing.
said he was. I'm not saying he is.
He was playing on Overwatch. Miles, you lie. I was there. I saw
Probably
it.
took a
Call
break. I
him
don't know.
out. Bring the receipts.
Probably took a break.
Yeah, he was playing arcade, and then he started playing competitive. No, he was now taking a break.
No,
He's trying to get to plat like
so
like,
when-
like
Either
my
way,
main man,
Saturday
Cody
I'm going to go. Tomorrow I'm going to be playing it.
What
And
I'm
then
hearing
do
is
my
that
shit.
I'm the only one playing this game.
I'll be
Yeah,
playing
apparently.
it. I'm gonna start playing it tomorrow.
That's what
I mean,
you
I'm
said
in the
last
same
week?
boat. When Street Fighter 6 came out, I'm a huge Street Fighter fan. That was the one Street Fighter I didn't play. I haven't bought it yet.
But anyway,
All
so
right. Dragon Ball. Get your
no,
game on.
we're going to since we're talking Overwatch. So
We talking about Overwatch?
We can.
Okay.
we were just talking about. Oh, I said
Sure,
Miles is
let's
playing
break-
Overwatch.
all right,
There we go.
I have potential for a plat tank now.
Yeah,
let's-
I'm predicted gold
Let me-
5.
let me get- I wanna
only
get there.
5 games in.
Okay, I want to get into
Here's
it.
the funny. So interesting. So due to my cosplay hair, My Hero Academia did a collaboration with Overwatch. So they have 5 skins that
They
just
look
released.
good.
Yeah, 2 days ago on the 17th. So they have Deku, who is Tracer. They have Uravity, which is Juno, which that one's probably my favorite one. They have All Might, which is Reinhardt, which I wish they would have picked Ramatra. They have Shigaraki as Reaper, and they have Toga as Kimiko. Yes.
Yeah.
Yep, Kimiko. So, funny thing about this, so the strange skins actually look really, really good. They had an opening, like an quote unquote opening trailer for it. With they played You Say Run.
Right.
It's really cool. There's already some issues with the with the skins. So
Have you got the skins?
I haven't bought any yet.
Man.
But here's the thing. No, but here's the problem. Is that whenever you do
I see
your
a pattern here, man.
whenever you do your super ability,
They're expensive.
but when you have your ultimate, any ultimate that you have with any character, they make they either say a line or they have some sort of
Catchphrase.
a catchphrase for recognition.
No,
No,
just in general.
Just in general.
Okay.
I'm saying just in general. I haven't heard these yet.
Okay.
But they have something to announce that you're going to
Throw an
do
attack.
your ultimate.
Okay.
Okay. So with Reinhardt, he says hammer down or something like that, depending on the skin that he has.
Sure.
So when he has All Might skin, for whatever reason, the voice line doesn't come out. I don't know exactly what it is, but you don't hear anything. You just see him do the animation to do his ultimate. And if you're behind the payload, which is a game mode that you push a payload, if you're behind it, when you do your hammer down, and actually, since the payload is above the ground, since it's hovering, you can hit people. They don't know that it happened because they don't hear the cue to say that he's using his ultimate.
Is this a bug?
Yeah.
They think so, yeah. But
Okay.
people have been winning tons of games with that.
Damn.
It's time to start doing comp with your tank and do Reinhardt. Buy the skin.
I don't know if I want to spend $50 on a skin.
Pay
No.
No, you're gonna
$50
pay
for the
to
whole
win.
set. $20 for the one skin.
What you're paying to win.
Yeah,
No,
you're
I
literally
don't
paying
believe
to
in
win.
that.
But you have the upper hand.
To be fair, if I do, the only reasoning I can make in my mind is this game has always been free.
Yeah.
So I haven't spent a single dime on it. So it's like buying a game, but for just that trade-off seems weird to me. They are very good skins, though. I will not knock anyone for buying it. I get it. I just don't know if I can bring myself to
So
it. Maybe
my
I will.
real
But
question: where's my boy Bakugo?
they didn't bring him in.
How
I'm trying
dare
to think
they?
of who he
How
could be.
dare they?
I'm trying to think of
Either
who he
Farah
could be.
or
Farah,
Junkrat.
maybe. Junkrat, I think, would have made more sense.
yeah, but his is just like lobbing a little grenade, which whatever. None of the characters I think translate immediately to him. Like Reinhardt, Ramatra makes sense because he has like a skinny form, and then he has a little cooldown where he gets buff. So it'd be cool to see him buff
Skinny
up.
Might,
like-
and then, yeah, you have Skinny Might, and then you have All Might.
yeah, that'd be cool.
I think they missed an opportunity there.
Of all the
Tracer is kind of
characters-
femmy, so Deku I think kind of fits.
That's also the dumbest thing for me.
Juno fits, I think, perfectly
Juno
with Gravity
Gravity
because
was-
she floats around and has speed and stuff, so that's pretty good. The other one, who's
Jimmy-
Shigaraki's Reaper?
Reaper.
He looks good, but yeah.
It looks
doesn't
good,
make
but I don't
sense.
think it doesn't make sense.
And what's the other one? Togata?
Toga. Yeah, and she's Kimiko.
Why did they have Togata? You see,
She has blades. She throws.
It's
kunais at you.
Kiriko, not Kimiko.
Kiriko. She
I call her
throws-
Kimikuku. That's probably
she
why it throws you
she
guys
throws
off.
kunai at people.
dude,
Yeah.
that was a waste
She
of
goes,
opportunity.
No,
Especially
They're
for
good.
Bakugo. I would love to have Bakugo in there.
yeah.
The thing is, like, I don't know who it could be. Who he could. That's the only
I
thing.
think that's why they had that issue. They didn't know who he could be, so they're like, we won't incorporate him then.
I wonder how expensive or how difficult it is to do a whole lineup because Roadhog could have easily been Fat Gum. That would have been cool.
Oh, that would match you sick.
But I don't think. I mean, they obviously have to play off of the popularity of the character in Overwatch alongside the popularity of the character from My Hero.
Yeah.
Genji could have
I mean,
been.
that's
Although
why
I don't
Reinhardt
see
gets a
how
lot of
Ravity
skin.
is going to get more popular than Bakugo.
Yeah.
No offense to her, which I like her now.
I think Genji could have been
Yeah,
at
come
Shot
on,
or could have been
that's such a
Kamui Woods.
cop-out.
Yeah, see?
People that love what's her name, Togata?
Toga? Himiko
No,
Toga.
Toga. Togata is Lemillion.
Toga. Yeah, Togata is
yeah,
yeah.
Toga is like dude, that's people that love Toga are the rejects from school.
David.
They are. Just
She's not my number one.
You said he was your number one.
She's not my number one. She's in the top, but she's not my number one. Baku was mom's number one. What are you talking about?
Uh-huh.
Okay.
Okay.
That's everyone's number one.
but yeah,
Yeah.
I mean anyone who it's fun. You can like Toga, but people that like Toga, that's a specific type of people.
Certain type of way.
It lines up to what I like that he's seen, but it's not her.
But I gotta say, I mean, I've been hearing a lot of disappointing news for me, man. You're like telling me,
You don't
You're
even
gonna-
play the damn game.
No,
I
but
don't know what you're
still,
complaining
like,
about.
even for Overwatch,
they
that would
didn't
be
put
cool.
this character in the
you
game.
were
I've
telling
never
me
played
about,
this game.
you guys like Dragon Ball? You haven't take Sparkling yet. As
I'm
much.
playing it.
Were you telling me about Super and all the things that you're hearing? Like,
I like Super. Like the thing, there's a lot of ideas that I liked. That a lot of the execution just fell flat.
all right. Give me some good news. What else we got?
I gave you good news. You like,
Yeah.
that's all I heard.
Sure, we can have My Hero Academia Overwatch. I'm not complaining
they're-
about that. I'm complaining
What's
about
the
basketball.
first James Gunn movie for the DC? Superman comes
Superman
out next
Legacy.
year.
They released a
They-
poster.
Yep, and it's Superman with the crypto. Which,
Yeah.
Superdog. People were giving shit about it because they didn't like the. I guess the crypto the Superdog is like.
Well, it's because he's a fluffy dog, which
Yeah.
I actually thought it was unique, especially because I don't know if it's because in the early years you think of Rin Tin Tin. I don't know if you don't know what
I
Rin
know
Tin
who
Tin
Rin
is. He's a shaggy like kind of dog that goes on adventures.
Not
That's
bad.
the vibe I got because I believe this is a timepiece Superman, if I'm not mistaken.
Could be.
Right?
That sounds about right.
The way the logo looks,
Yeah.
it gives the aura of like back.
like,
Like
90s?
Christopher Reeves, earlier than Christopher Reeves types of vibes.
You got me there.
Like early Superman is what the vibes I
80s?
get from.
80s, 70s.
Probably even earlier.
I think it's smart if they actually were to do it right.
So that's how I liked it. I thought it was different because they always show him as like a white lab, right? Like short-haired dog, which is very standard dog, I guess, generic.
And you don't have to be
Popular,
like generic.
simple,
You
but
can- you can try
but I
something
like the
new,
look.
right?
Yeah, it's
I
different.
was surprised that people were upset about it.
People are
People
weird.
stuff about everything.
Yeah.
I cry about stupid stuff.
Yeah, when Daniel Craig was cast as James Bond, people were like, "We can't have a Bond who's blonde eyes and blonde and blue eyes."
Blonde
Like,
eyes.
yeah, people were complaining about it. They didn't think he was actually fit to be a Bond, and look and behold, he was one of the best Bonds in the Bond mythology.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So
I mean,
I'll give it a shot. I'll give it.
I heard
especially
about
with-
the casting for Green Lantern. So they have Hal Jordan, and then what's the black Green Lantern's name again?
I don't know, man. You're talking DC to me. I don't
Hal
know.
don't know.
Jordan and John. No,
Jon Snow?
Stamos?
no, because I'm thinking of
William.
John Johns as Maverick
Stewart,
from
yeah.
Manhunter. Oh, it is
John
Stewart.
Stewart,
Okay.
okay.
I was thinking
I was
that.
thinking of John Johns,
So
which
they
is Martian Manhunter.
so they're gonna they have both
Both
of
of
those
them.
Green Lanterns, but the original the original Green Lantern, the white guy, I forgot. I just lost his name. Forgot.
Al Jordan?
Hal Jordan. He's an older guy, so he's like he's
He's the
passing on
mentoring.
torch.
Okay.
And the guy who's playing John Stewart is
John Stewart's my favorite Green Lantern.
he's already a
Well-
well established actor. Like he's being established, and he has like the colored eyes. Like he has like hazel green
Colored
eyes.
eyes.
It's not well,
Colored
but
man with
people
colored
are.
eyes.
But apparently, people are like getting upset because they were wanting him to be like
Darker skin.
It's like
That's a big thing on Twitter. Twitter is not the best place to
oh
get
yeah,
your.
yeah. Twitter's
You're not
Yeah.
dark enough.
And when I say the only things I read in DC most were Batman and Flash. Those were the ones I liked. So on the rare Justice League ones that I liked, John Stewart was like my favorite
cool.
Yeah.
version of.
I did. I liked him.
Yeah, Hal Jordan's cool, but I think John Stewart was cooler.
John Stewart has more swag.
Why don't you take off your freaking hair?
It was itching.
It's starting to get there. I'm
was itching.
fighting a little bit.
Fight it.
But I was going to say something I also did hear. There's rumors as well that they're actually looking for a new Wonder Woman. And they
Well,
are
they
looking
should.
for a Brazilian actress. She's in the runs to become Wonder Woman. They haven't cast her yet,
Huh.
but there's a Brazilian actress that is getting attention on that.
Interesting.
So
It's good.
They're known for thick thighs, and I'm for that.
So
I might not
Thick
watch
thighs
it
save
though,
lives.
because I don't know. I don't.
depending how thick the tie
Ever
is.
since what's his name, James Gunn is gone though, every DCU whatever project has failed.
No, but he wasn't in charge of the
No, of course, but since he's been there, they have.
yeah, but
I
that's
mean,
because
Joker?
they were before.
Yeah, I'm
his
not blaming
thing.
him. I'm just saying,
Yeah.
so far while he's been there, everything has failed. So I guess that means it's good for him because it's probably going to succeed under him.
Yeah,
Like it
'cause-
can't get worse.
Well, yeah, because
I don't know.
all those are-
I don't know.
I've heard that
you think,
before.
You think James Gunn was going to make it worse?
I don't think it'll make it worse, but I think things could have gotten worse.
Oh, well, okay, yes, they
Yeah.
could, but with his direction,
I don't think
doubt
they
it.
will. If anything, it will at least maybe go up
See,
a little
I'm
bit.
unbiased, okay? Because I've been shitting on DCEU forever, but with him, I'm sure he'll do well.
I mean,
just
there
won't
was
watch it.
the new Suicide Squad that he made.
He made
was-
that one.
Yeah, the new
Yeah,
one.
James Gunn. Yeah,
Did that bomb?
Did all right.
It was all right.
Okay.
The only reason why is because he reused some of the people from before, and so like that's why they were kind of like.
he used one person.
I thought it was like two. Never
No,
mind.
it was just
Harley
Harley Quinn.
and yeah, I think
Oh,
that's it.
the other guy, the military guy. I think those are the only two people that he
I thought he was
reused.
recast, but then again,
I don't think so. I don't remember. But anyway, it doesn't
Deadshot?
matter.
He was because it was Will Smith and then it was Idris Elba in the second
Yeah.
one, right?
And that one had Viola Davis.
Yeah, as Amanda,
Yes.
whatever,
See?
Waller.
Well,
Yeah, yeah, you gotta think about it.
I
Was it-
got this.
Completely different universe,
Yeah.
Paul.
racist.
Okay, Goku Black.
He's not black.
Oh, so I wanted to talk about this because
Oh God.
Is this more Dragon Ball? No.
not Dragon
No,
Ball.
no.
Okay,
No,
well,
I wanted to talk about this because I think we
couldn't
talked about
believe
it like
this.
this past week, like early week, and we didn't get to talk about it on the podcast. But a few days ago, there was a huge leak of Nintendo news. Someone leaked tons of information.
Game Freak.
Game Freak. No. Not only Game Freak because they had Nintendo in news. So
Okay, I didn't
they
know
had
about
they had the Nintendo Switch 2 codename.
Call the police.
That happened.
Fuck
and
Nintendo,
then,
bunch of bitches.
and then, but Game Freak, they got a lot of stuff. So I'll go to more juicy stuff near the end. But some of the things they showed is they showed some original sprites of like the different starter
Were there
Pokemon.
leaks or data mining? They were like,
I heard
No,
that
this
they
was
were
leaks. Like they broke into it.
They
Okay.
broke into it and they leaked it.
good old
So they had like the
Good
original.
job. Fuck Nintendo. and Game
Not
Freak.
I forget
Bunch
which.
of bitches.
I think it's Generation 3. What is it?
Gen
There's
3 Torchic.
Torchic. Looked pretty much the same, but they had like
Torchic instead of the one little hair, it was two little hairs
Yeah.
or two things. Trico had red eyes instead of yellow eyes. He looked way cooler with the red eyes. He looks high as fuck. And then instead of Mudkip, they had like this bunny with like a
bunny?
yeah. They
Yeah,
had
the-
this water bunny that had like a tube, inflatable tube, but it's like part of his.
it didn't
body.
look like a flavor, but that's what it looked like. But it looked cool. I was like, that is cool. And I got freaking.
Oh, and then we found that Game Freak's freaky.
Yeah, I
Game
didn't know
Freak
this.
is freaky.
It
Yeah,
thll me off.
they had they made a story about Typhlosion.
I'll tell you
was a
about this. So
shapeshifter.
so apparently there's some maybe Mr. Asian Studies knows about this, but apparently they take this off they take some inspiration of some sort of legend or some sort of story that's in Japan.
there's
That's such a weird
I know.
story.
There's a lot of mythology, like Greek mythology as
Yeah,
well,
I know.
like stuff like that.
But basically, if you've never heard about this, okay, so remember that whole joke about Vaporeon and about how
breedable.
anatomically it's
breedable.
closer to breed, yeah.
Yeah, Mr. Brother.
So this takes it to a whole new freaking level. So basically, in this leak, basically this Typhlosion is it makes itself transforms itself to like a man, and he takes this girl and takes her like he said, I'm gonna take you home because she got lost. She supposedly lost, so he's gonna take her home. They find a cave and he says we should stay here for the night. But if we're sleeping, like if you wake up before me, don't look at my face. That's all he says.
Oh, hey, I know the story.
So anyway, so what's the story?
Typhlosion.
Yeah, it's the Typhlosion.
Kidding.
So anyway, so they fall asleep and then she wakes up early and she wants to go see. It's like almost daytime and she's like, should I wake him up? But he told me not to look at his face. So she goes back to sleep. When she wakes up, it's like sunset now, and he's like, it's too late to go. Like we should stay here another night. And so she's like, no, but my dad's gonna worry about me. And he's like, no, you're gonna stay here, and what's good for you, you're gonna stay here. And so apparently he takes advantage of this girl, the little girl, and she gets pregnant by this man. The dad gets fed up, and the dad comes up and confronts finds her, and he basically kills this guy. But you find out it's a Typhlosion that was just transformed into a guy, and he kills it, and the girl's left with this hybrid.
She ends up
Pokemon.
getting pregnant, and then she has a hybrid Pokemon human, and then the village makes fun of her.
Yeah, and then she runs away. Now I was like, what the? What is
It's
Game
a hybrid
Freak?
natural Pokemon, or just it says it's a Pokemon?
It's
Ditto.
a human
It's Ditto.
Pokemon hybrid.
I was gonna say it's Jirachi. He looks part human.
Okay, but you said this sounds
Mr. Mime.
familiar.
Yeah,
Mr. Mime.
there's a couple of
know.
mythology stories.
Yeah, it says here there's a mythological.
in Greece culture and also in Japanese culture as well. There is. I'm trying to remember the names, but there is one because I grew up with watching a lot of like mythology stories as a kid.
Like Nordic mythology as well.
Yeah, stuff like that. And one of them relates the story of a man who can turn into a swan, but basically he was kind of like similar story when you're telling, but he actually stays at the girl's house, and the swan basically was saying, "Hey, come back every single day, and I'll make you like a really cool like outfit, like a very delicate and expensive outfit." She was wondering how he was making it. He was using his feathers to make this particular piece of outfit, but she found out that he was able to turn into a swan. So basically, he ran away and left, and yeah, she got heartbroken because she really liked the guy.
Yeah, but he's not a predator.
Well, no,
No, these things are even weird. There's other stories too that I don't have all of them, but one of the stories include a person who has sex with artillery.
Oh, Jesus.
And there's another one where Vigoroth is impregnated after killing baby Slackoths. These are freaking weird stories. I don't know why they had to put all this
Japan's
mythology.
Weird, man. They like to do some
Well,
stupid
they want to make it more. I
No, don't try to defend it.
No.
They're
I'll
being
tell you
weird.
No,
what.
I want to make it more what? I want to hear what he says. Make it more what?
What I'm saying, from my what
say-
they're
I
been
won't
saying
say
here
this.
is that they're trying to make this a more cohesive story, like a more authentic story, and including some lore that mythology actually existed in there as well. So I can see that being a part of it. Of course, I don't think it's right. I feel bad for like even the way that it's been written.
They're like they took a page out of the Greek mythology just to make things all weird and sexual.
Well, Greek mythology was all about that too.
I know.
A lot of horny people.
I know.
I just don't understand how he can transform.
Yeah, it
He doesn't
make
have
any
a
sense.
transforming abilities.
No.
They're just having different myths. Like, if you actually play the game, if you watch the television while playing Pokemon, there's a story about a journey of somebody who's traveling, kind of like additional content in there,
Yeah.
right? Some of the stuff, of course, it could be wild. And I bet there's a lot more in original games as well.
If you read the Pokedex, some of them have like more, not say discern, but they have more sad
Like Spoink,
descriptions.
like Spoink's a good one. Spoink, it needs to bounce in order for it to
die.
survive. So if it ever stops bouncing, it will die.
Cubone, right, wears the
Skull of his
the
mother.
skull of his mother. It's a very sad one.
Drifloon is
Drifloon
like the
Takes children.
Yeah.
creepy.
So like I said, they have cool like the Pokedex has cool one, but the Typhlosion one never says anything about it being able to transform. That's why it just comes.
Well, you know how in the game there's like if you go to a book, you can actually read those books in the game.
Yeah.
Yeah, but you don't read those stories.
Well, some
No,
people
you
do.
don't.
Some people do.
You don't read those stories.
Well, I'm telling you, like there's
They're not in there.
There is some. I'm not saying there's gonna be as comparison as this, but there is some like random stories about like two Pokemon falling in love or two.
That's fine.
That's normal.
I don't want impregnating
Not-
a freaking human
Not a
child.
human getting RP'd by a freaking Pokemon.
I'm not justifying. I just like. I think
No,
it's
yeah, you're
part
trying
of the-
to
they're
be
trying
like
to build the
this
lure.
happens. This is what they do.
So,
No, they're fucking weirdos, and they need to be slapped. Fucking jackasses, being weird with their shit like that.
Speaking of P Diddy, I'm just kidding.
With that being said, you're actually gonna buy the game, huh?
I'll steal it.
See, you're gonna play the game anyways. So,
I mean, yeah, I've told you guys before. I'm a shill. I'm not gonna deny
so
it.
you're gonna contribute in a way by just playing the game.
Yeah, but I'll steal it. It's okay.
That's
So-
why I play Radical Red.
So with Shark King will
touch it,
buy like
Nintendo.
5. Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah, I'll just steal
So-
it. It's okay.
Even though controversy at the end it won't matter because we're gonna buy anyways.
correct.
Yeah.
So yeah.
We're
So you can
chained
defend
to.
it.
Yeah. Well, anyway, it's like I said, it is Halloween time, right?
Is it?
It is time for spookiness.
I think you're the only one who's done spooky.
I don't know what we're going to talk about spookiness, but here's
Full
my,
disappointment
I did-
today.
Spookiness.
But,
But I don't know what we're going to talk about.
No. So no, I did have something come up. So
Just
I know
right now.
most of you. I know most of you. Well, actually, I don't know. I don't know how you guys were in the past, especially Boricua Senpai, because you don't seem like someone who dressed up a lot, if ever.
A couple times, yes, but not all.
So I wanted to talk about. I know Japan has done a lot, especially more. I saw it more when you were dating your wife, and even now. But now I wanted to ask you guys, like, what would be your ideal Halloween costume? If money was not an issue, if technology was not an issue,
Nice question.
what would be your ideal costume?
I'd have two right off the bat. A Spartan armor one, but like George from Halo Reach.
Okay, you gotta explain to them what that means. Those that
so
don't
from
play
Halo Reach, if you never played Halo Reach, it's the 4th Halo game from Bungie. Yeah, Halo
Yes.
1, 2, 3, ODST, and then Reach. George is a Spartan 3. The continuity of Reach
Yeah, it
is
makes no
weird.
sense, but yeah.
So he's one of the bigger Spartans. He's like 7 something or almost 8 something, and he's like the heavy arms guy. So he holds like a big old turret and he can shoots things down. He's just this giant of a monster, and he just looks like his armor set is just giant too. It's got like a neck armor thing plate on it. So
Neck guard.
a neck guard and everything. He just this huge monster of a Spartan, and I would like to have that. Like if I get stilts and then just wear like all that armor and then carrying on like a fake fake minigun. That I would like to wear that, or I mean, obviously, like money wasn't a problem. I'd be like, what was it? War Greymon?
Yeah, You be War Greyman? That'd be pretty cool.
Just have the big old arms
sick.
and be like, what? Just yeah.
Sick, man.
Have the effects to make. I forget what's his attack's name.
Terraforce.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that'd be cool.
Right off the bat, those
Such
two.
a good fan.
He knew it. Yeah, I don't know this shit. or like a simple one, be like an ODST. Just have the ODST armor. Be
No,
look
this
cool.
is no. You're
Same
going.
last
You're going.
episode, I knew the phosphorus. No
Yeah.
one. What's his power?
and then,
Phosphorus.
My last one, I think, would be.
You said 2.
No, I said off the bat.
Okay,
Two off the
okay,
bat, and then
okay.
the last one, I think. I don't know. I guess like my Destiny character, like my Titan, just like dress him however I would like him, whatever new outfit he looks like for the day, because I have different fits for him. Something cool like that. I don't know.
Okay, those are cool. Those are cool ones. I do like those.
Yeah.
Some I wasn't thinking of, but yeah, isn't he the only one that's alive, right? In the Spartan 3 from
George?
Reach?
No,
Yeah.
he's dead.
Is it June? Oh, June.
that's
June's the
alive.
one that survived. Sorry. Japan, what about you? I know you've done so many cosplays already, and not just cosplay, but just dressing up. But what would be one that?
Well, one you could revisit, but like he said, money is not a
Money's
problem.
not
Like,
awesome.
you could have like all this cool stuff on it.
And it could be.
I have to.
And I'll give you this. You could be also include your family.
Oh, I was thinking
If
of
you
my
want.
family.
He's like, fudge you, wife.
is my
fudge you,
fantasy.
son. It's my day.
I have 2 on the top of my head. One, I would love to have like a Gundam outfit, like
Oh,
the
yeah,
legit
fire,
classic with all the pieces, like proper pieces here and there. That'd be so cool because like I get to build it like the way that you actually build the Gundams in there. That was so really cool. Good life size. You can actually have like different weapons attached to it. Oh man, that'd be cool. That would be number 1, and the second one would be like I'm a big Saint Seiya fan, so like
course.
being able to have like some of the gold armor for one of the characters.
Oh, that'd be actually pretty cool.
But actually made out of gold if money was not a problem. So
You're lucky that gold doesn't weigh that much, right? It's very light. You're lucky
It's a
that gold
lighter
is
metal,
light.
yeah.
right.
Yeah, you'd be like, it looks like it's 100 pounds. Be like, no, it feels like 30. Like,
And you know what's cool about this is that in the show you can actually, if you take the armor off, you can actually create like one of the character symbols on that. I think it would be cool if you can actually put it together and it will be like, for instance, Pegasus. You can have a Pegasus built out of the pieces that you actually took off.
Yugi boy.
Yugi boy.
I know.
I would love to have that. I think
That'd be cool, yeah.
okay, that was your 2.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Can you think of yours or?
Yeah. Original OG Megazord with the sword. I would
that'd be
like
cool.
that. That'd be just, it's boxy. It's cool. I have the saber-toothed tiger, the Triceratops, the useless pterodactyl shield thing that you don't even tell, and then of course just all it's. I love the Megazord. It's a sweet design.
They were really cool.
Probably the cogs from Gears of War.
Oh, cool.
Oh, the
Oh,
Like
yeah.
Marcus Phoenix and like Dom. Just have all that gear. Have the guns and everything.
That'd be
Take
sick.
my pick, like the long shot or something like that. The torque bow. The torque bow would be swick to rock around with. Yeah. So that's what I would do.
That was a nice one.
Not very creative, but just
Yeah,
simple.
those are good though. Those are really
straightforward.
cool.
But you have the money, probably like look as authentic.
Yeah,
as
I'd
it
want
could
it to
be,
like
right?
if it was
Yeah.
cog, it'd look like
Yeah.
oh, this is really what they would wear.
Right.
Yeah.
See, mine, I would love to recreate, but make it better so I don't die from dehydration. Donatello,
I almost
Teenage
picked,
Mutant
yeah.
Ninja, that one, to make it exact colors, every of the original 1990s one, the Jim Henson
Can't
one.
go wrong.
But I would make it very differently. The material to make where like it's very breathable, and it may look heavy, but like I can breathe. I don't need to sweat that much.
Have like little vents and stuff in it that actually circulate air.
And I don't know how I would make it, but I would find some way where I can. I know they do it somehow, but maybe someone else does it where I can control like the
eyes.
The
eyes and
animatronic,
everything.
yeah.
Somehow I don't know how I would do it, but something like that, so I can control it and move while I talk. I'd be like, that'd be super cool.
That'd be
But my
dope.
new option would be that. This one may sound simple, but I guess it would be not said impractical, almost impossible to do because this doesn't exist. But I would want the actual Wolverine costume from the show, and to actually have adamantium come out, not from the
from the
but actually
costume.
come out from the costume. I mean, that'd be so cool. If money wasn't, and somehow we could find adamantium.
What
just-
edition of Logan would you do? Like
Short Logan?
Well, I guess brown,
I'm sure
the brown
the
and
brown,
yellow
the
one.
brown and yellow one is
but
a
with
sick one.
adamantium claws.
Yeah.
Okay.
I love that one.
Okay.
So that would be my favorite pick because I think that one I would just love to have. And just
If it was me doing, I'd do Old Man Logan since I have a beard.
I think I would see that
And
one.
I would just wear a brown leather jacket, and jeans.
But he wants the outfit. He wants the X-Men.
No, I get that. I'm
Okay.
saying for me, if I were Wolverine, because that's a good idea, I would probably pick Old Man Logan.
But yeah, I'm like I mean, this sounds kind of like I think everyone would want to, but I would love to have a cool Iron Man one, but like with his nanotech. If
Or
that
it
was
just
available,
spreads across
just
your body.
if you like have a little. Again, I can't use it to shoot, but like if that's how the costume actually came onto, it's like, oh my gosh.
Incredible.
Yeah.
Yeah, I did find a website that they were selling Wolverine costumes. Like you look really, really close to that movie.
Wolverine costume,
Yeah.
like the one from Deadpool.
Huh? Like
Yeah.
really close to it.
I'd want an authentic one that would look like Toby Ram, because I think Toby Ram is the drippiest from Naruto. He's got blue, he's got that headband, he's got the fur collar, and you know how he has like the samurai armor. It's like him, Hashirama, and Madara have some good drip.
They do. They
OG
do.
war era armor, sick.
Ooh, another one that I can't really remember this one. I seen this, and I know that's really expensive, but I would love to do an Alphonse Fullmetal Alchemist.
You'd be Alphonse.
Yes, and the reason why is because all the metal pieces here and there. A while ago, many years ago, I found a website that you can actually buy the pieces and it look really authentic, like legit. Like if you were to put like some kind of statue, what do you call that? Armor set around your
statue.
house.
Oh,
Armor statue?
you could
Yeah.
set it up there, but you can still wear it.
Yeah, I saw that.
Kind of like in How I Met Your Mother, where Barney has the Stormtrooper outfit.
Yeah, but this thing was really expensive. I don't remember the numbers on that, but oh man,
I'm sure a handful of people have bought it, and those few people that have bought it have made at least a year or two easy for that creator.
Yeah, for sure.
I would actually, to be perfect, I would love to do that cosplay, but have Diego be Alphonse and I would be Edward.
That'd be cool.
You gotta take an arm out.
I'm not gonna break an arm. What?
What, is he
I
gonna
lose-
lose his body? Come
Yeah.
on, he's
Am
just
I gonna bind
we're
his
me-
soul to the freaking body?
That's a commitment.
Oh,
Yeah.
I guess I better start actually creating
Full
alchemy
Metal.
now.
Their jackets are sick. I would be Mustang. Wear some white gloves like Michael Jackson.
My thing is like the
a
Edward.
blue leather coat.
I've seen a
Sick.
lot of cool.
Or canvas. I guess.
What's it called?
Auto mail.
Automail, but like I would want one kind of like with pieces, like kind of how you talked about how Alphonse has, to have it in pieces so like it looks actually real authentic. Like I'd have to figure out where to put all the little joints and all the spaces so that I don't hurt
It would
myself.
be
and I
easy.
can keep
You
moving.
could just get like a glove.
No, but that's the thing. I don't want it like that.
No. Get a glove and then Velcro the pieces on so it looks. As legit
See,
as
I don't
possible.
want. I wouldn't want the Velcro. That's the thing. Like if money was an issue, and I could somehow make it so that it all
true,
connects
true.
and it actually looks like all of it is metal or automail in the show. That's what I'd want to do. It'd be super heavy,
Yeah.
but if I could find some sort of, I don't know,
Well,
make
at
it out of
least that
aluminum or
looks
something. Yeah.
Authentic and like.
I've seen some that look really good, but I haven't seen any that look like actual metal. Because again, that's super heavy and that's not. It doesn't really work.
Yeah.
I got another one. Reinhardt.
You'd pull a cool Reinhardt.
Would you do cardboard Reinhardt?
Cardboard Reinhardt or
Dude, that's what we should have done. That.
We can reinforce because cardboard is incredibly light, generally speaking.
Yeah.
We could probably reinforce it still in a light matter with maybe like paper mache, so it's even a little bit even more durable.
or the post-war Reinhardt where he's like he's what was it?
Post-war.
The one with the
after-
video where he does his how he becomes
He doesn't have the helmet, but so he has
how
the
he gets
scar,
the scar.
but he
and
still
so
has
on
his
the
cloud.
You'd
Okay,
have to color your hair.
Yeah.
But yeah.
That
you
was-
can wear that wig, the Bagon wig.
Yeah. You just slick it all back.
But yeah, that'd be cool.
That's a good one.
Mega Man would be kind of a cool one.
X.
Which one? X or the original
Yeah,
OG?
X. Well, yeah, I like the OG, but
Me too. I love that one.
I like X more.
Both
The
of them are
OG
actually
one's
pretty
great.
good. I like Zero better.
Oh,
on
Zero
the
would be
X-
cool.
on the X series.
Yeah.
Dude, I need to finish that one. I never finished it.
I would love to see Shark King be the what's it called, the Battle
Metabee
Network
for
one.
Metabots.
Ooh, that would
Oh,
be
that
I
would
would
be
love to be
cool.
Metabee. Metabee is still one of my favorite characters.
Metabot.
They have good cosplays on that. If you were to look them up, they're pretty good.
Oh yeah, if I could,
Having a real life Metapod would be awesome.
like
I would
Exodia.
love
I would like to be
Dope
Exodia.
show. Could you imagine a really like accurate Exodia?
That'd be pretty sick.
Exodia might be the best design in Yu-Gi-Oh.
Now I actually want to see more cosplays on
Yeah.
that.
There's a couple others that have aura, like the Magician of Black Chaos.
That one's sick.
But the actual reveal I felt was a little bit of a letdown because in the intro they sped up. So like when he does this like slam thing, when he slams his scepter. But I felt it was slower when the show was actually airing.
Yeah.
Whereas in the intro they sped up that part. So I was expecting it to be just as like crazy epic. Like, this
why
isn't
take it so
matching the
long?
pace. Yeah. I'm like, so whatever. But yeah, a lot of the magicians have really cool like the Sage Magician. Remember the old one?
Yeah.
With the Time Wizard again? Fuck Time Wizard, man.
This is gambling.
House and Dragon, yeah.
Baby dragon turns to
He just turns all these characters older and they're more powerful.
You can do whatever
They
you
should be
want,
dead.
Yu-Gi-Oh.
Yeah. But I love it. I still love it.
No, man, but it would be, I like going back to Metabots. I think it would be cool to have a real life Metabot.
Dude, of course.
Like having the fight against your
Well,
bot.
we're
And then,
close. Elon Musk is making those robots so we can get a
That's
Metabot.
right.
and then
We're
you
good.
can upgrade yours like based on beating
Yeah,
other
like you
people.
can
Like,
get
oh,
the
let me
quest-
get that upgrade.
Let me get that piece. Let me switch that piece. That'd be so cool.
Yeah, it would be really, really cool.
It seems kind of dumb now, but I still would want to do it. I want to do an actual like cool Beetleborg one, the metallic ones.
No, look, Beetleborg still looks good. The show is horrendous
Okay,
because I tried
yeah.
watching it again.
And it doesn't hold up at nowhere, yeah.
Like Power Rangers still feels the same. Beetleborg somehow feels horrific.
It's so bad.
Yeah, because that's one thing I wanted to discuss was like, because I've said I'd go back and watch a couple episodes of things we grew up with to see, did it age as good? Like, meaning, does it feel relatively the same? And if it does, then that means it aged well, in my opinion.
Yeah.
Or with retrospect on 2020, is it awful? Sadly, Beetleborgs falls under that awful category. It is unwatchable.
I did like the idea of the designs for the characters. Like,
I still
love
like
the
them.
designs.
yeah,
still
but
like
all
them.
the monsters and all the other stuff and the
Jared Leto.
no, Jay Leno.
It
Oh,
wasn't
Jay
Jay
Leno.
Leno, but yes, it's Flabbergast. Yeah.
He's like, I swear it's Jay Leno. It's the Viola Davis thing again.
Just because
No, I'm with you. No,
Just
no,
because they're big chin doesn't mean
the
they're Jay
villains are
Leno.
weak points for them.
Oh, yeah,
But
for
the
sure.
heroes' designs, sick. Do you remember when they had like the legendary bugs come help them out?
Yeah.
So there were 4 good ones and 4 bad ones, and there was the one with the lightning that had like the size like Raph does. Then there was one that had the cannon on his arm like an Iron Man. There was the chick because they had to have a chick there that was like a pearly. Her outfit color was sick. She was like a pearly white one. I think she could fly. I remember that was like probably my favorite arc in Beetleborgs. I like Beetleborgs.
I
Yeah,
like when
Beetleborgs
they,
was-
they
was-
introduced Mask Rider or Kamen Rider.
You are literally, I think, one of the only people that remembers Masked Rider.
I love it because it's also a big hero. in
Remember when he
Japan.
gets his upgrade
Yeah.
and he has the
Yeah.
yellow outfit?
Yep.
Yeah,
I had that toy.
That's pretty cool.
And he had the motorcycle.
That's pretty cool.
Masked Rider. Oh, this is classic.
I would love to be Optimus, Optimal Optimus.
Oh yeah.
So he's
sick.
he's a Transmetal 2 Optimus Prime.
Would you be
I-
able to transform as well?
I had that
I guess
toy
if I
as well.
could, yeah. I had that toy too.
I would-
Did you
I
see
would-
the video of the little kid with the transformer outfit?
Yeah, it becomes a car. Yeah, I love
See,
that.
That would be cool.
Yeah.
I would like to be Dinobot.
Do you guys remember Super Samurai?
Super
Yes, I do.
Samurai.
Yeah, so he was. Did you watched Mrs. Doubtfire, right?
Yes.
You know the kid, the
Yeah.
boy. He is the guy that plays and it was just like Superman. It was just like Power Rangers, where they take the Sentai scenes for fight scenes, but then they recreate like the high school vibe here in the U.S.
Right, right.
They did that with Super Samurai.
I don't know what the Japanese name on
I
that
don't
was.
something
but-
Sentai. I'm pretty sure.
Look it
but
up, Jamie. Pull the video up.
the cool. It was just a cool design. It was a good show. I like that show.
That's
And
right.
you were like the only one that remembers that.
Yeah,
Well, my brother remembers it too, but
Yeah, he loved all those ones too.
I would do Samurai Pizza Cats.
Oh my god,
I would do Samurai Pizza. I loved Samurai Pizza Cats.
Samurai Pizza Cats. Oh my gosh,
Samurai Pizza.
I would do Silverhawks. Did you ever watch Silverhawks?
Superhuman Samurai Cyber Squad. Is that was it? Was that what it's called?
No, it's let me see the picture of it.
Yeah, pull pictures. I need pictures.
Hold on. Let's see this. Go images.
Let's see it. Let's see it, bro.
I don't think so. I think this is like doing something else.
No,
No, that's not it.
What was it called?
I just said Super Samurai. I'm pretty sure, or Super Samurai.
Super Samurai. Okay.
Maybe try that.
This is the super episode.
Well, anyway, here, why are you looking that up, Paul? How about here's a question for you, Japorian. What's a what's a cosplay or costume that you would want your wife to cosplay for you?
For me,
For you,
I don't see it here.
because I know you guys take turns, right?
I'll have
Or
to
I
show
don't know
you
if you
after.
still do, but you guys usually take turns on what you cosplay as, or you guys have like a theme or a couple.
Type Super Sentai
but now,
Samurai.
like if
Try that.
like
They pull the Power Rangers play in Japan though.
Oh,
No, you have to. So the question is, what if again money was no issue and she couldn't say no? What would you have her cosplay? Maybe just her. You don't have to do it, but just for you.
That's called a fantasy, and he can keep that private. David, how about you be nice?
I can't think of any at the moment.
he can give a politically correct answer and then keep the fantasy.
She got her wish came true. She got him to dress up as Vegeta.
Oh dang, I remember that.
I have pictures of that, dude. His freaking eyebrows were on point. It was funny.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They were like thick.
It looks so funny. I have to show you the picture. It's just awesome. And she was Bulma. It was good.
It's very good.
See, she got to live out her fantasy.
I don't know, man. I haven't considered anything.
Okay. Here's a question for you, because I know she's a huge fan, but I don't know if she ever brought this up. But did she ever bring about wanting to dress up as one of the Sailor Scouts? Or I know she really likes the show, but I don't know if she's ever like brought that up or has ever said to you, "That's what I want to do." Or maybe it's just something that she's not comfortable with. I don't know.
You could be Sailor Moon, you be Tuxedo Man.
But that's not her favorite one,
that's
is
a
it?
good idea, though.
Is that her favorite? It's not Sailor Moon, is it?
No, it's not.
It's not Jupiter. It's
Yeah,
Yeah,
but
it's
that wouldn't be
It is
fair.
Jupiter? Oh, okay.
That wouldn't be fair to Tuxedo Man.
Yeah,
This is his. He can do whatever he wants.
Okay, fine, whatever.
I don't know if she will want that, but Well, okay, let's go with that, honestly speaking, because I can't think of any idea at the moment. I think that's the closest thing that she will love.
It'd be a forbidden love, the Jupiter and Tuxedo Man.
Yeah. I don't know if she would want to dress up.
Well, that's the thing. Like for liking it so much and not wanting to dress up as him, that just I
think
wonder if there was a reason why.
I think she would just enjoy watching the show by dressing up as a Sailor Scout.
Just too much for her, or
Maybe. It could be a little bit too much.
Yeah, she chooses Bulma. Okay.
what? What's wrong with Bulma?
I'm just giving him crap.
Is there something wrong with Bulma?
No, I got a problem with
I'm just giving him crap.
Do you remember she was Karen Page?
I don't care anymore.
that. He's out. He's busy out. Hey, but since we're talking about cosplay, we need to actually bring the topic that I wanted to bring as well.
Okay, final topic. Let's go.
Yes, Banzai. As you guys probably know, or our listeners know, Utah had in the past a big anime convention that's been running out since 2005, which is Anime Banzai. This particular weekend was the very last Banzai. They decided to don't go any further because of many different issues and problems.
Dumb stuff.
We talked about it in
A lot of
length.
drama,
Yeah.
basically. But luckily, they decided to have one more go.
Hurrah.
Right, their very last convention for people to go. And I went this morning just to see how things went. And I was going to say I was very, very sad because it felt like very empty. There wasn't a lot of attention with, like, I guess, attendees. Everybody wanted to have a good time, which is awesome. But it felt like everything was, like, really small numbers. The artist alley or the vendor hall was very small in comparison to previous years.
Well, yeah, they had the last minute book people that they canceled on, and then those
Right.
people, if they wanted to, after they canceled them, like, do they have time to fit them in now because of all this stuff? So,
Yeah,
makes
I got
sense.
there in the morning for 8 o'clock, even before it opened. By 2 o'clock, I was already done. At that point, I didn't want to be there any longer.
It sucks because, Banzai is such a huge part of, like, at least for me, to kind of get back into anime. And it sucks that its end is not with a celebration, not with fireworks, but with, like, a drizzle, not even a spark is what it looks like. And some people were saying, like, oh, even people that I know who love being there, like, this is empty. And in the past, like, even on Friday, we've been there, like, in the mornings on Friday, and it was still pretty packed when we would go. And it just sucks that a lot of people were like, nah, due to a lot of reasons, and justifiable reasons, and reasons that I understand of why they didn't want to go.
No, yeah. And some people they did not promote it well, so a lot of people were commenting like, oh, this came back, or like, what's going on with this? And people were to be like, no, this is like the final one. I saw a lot of comments like that.
Yeah, and I think one of the biggest problems is that they had to release the leaks or the video or the whole controversy.
No, it wasn't leaked. They legally have to if they're part of that, so that they had to put it up there.
It has to be public.
And
but
so that was their fault. They had to go be stupid babies about it, and that stupid fucking girl complaining all the time was god awful. She was just
Well, my problem. I think that
fuck off.
I think we'll solve that. Well, that particular problem is perhaps
get rid of them all.
not mention cancellation after they had the convention, or like maybe they knew that they needed to end, but they didn't have to open up this whole situation.
They
of drama.
shat on it before they had
Correct.
to. Yeah, I know
Correct.
what you mean. Yeah,
Which it basically put a lot of people off.
It
like
left
that.
a sour taste in everyone's mouth.
Yeah.
Yeah, this is a farewell.
The
but
whole
it's like,
the whole point with all the refunds that weren't able to be given, and they had to fight with their banks. Like, it was a mess, and so a lot of people were like, you know what? Even though you want to do this last route, it's not worth my time or my money because everything was already mishandled, and I don't want to give you a cent. So it makes sense that a lot of people don't go. Again, I hope they go. I hope people go on Saturday.
Yeah, or maybe even today. Like I didn't
Yeah.
know. I didn't stay for the whole thing. But what I did find out is that I attended the opening ceremonies. They're aware that it's not going to be as big because of whole the situation, but they're just trying their best to at least have one final convention. Something interesting that I didn't know is that all of this started from an anime club at San Community College.
Yeah,
They built this whole convention. A lot of people attended. People were able to build a lot of good connections. We always talk about this Chocobo dude who always appears at the convention. I didn't know that apparently he actually owns an animation studio,
no, I didn't know that either.
which is really cool. Like I always give him crap because he's always there every single year. I don't know him. He could be the
Worky,
nicest
his name is
guy.
Worky.
But he always there. He's at every time that we had a convention, he always appears. But after hearing him talk, I'm like, oh man, this guy is really legit. He really cares about the convention. He puts his heart into it. He bought an anime from Japan and started using a studio to actually dub it. And it's kind of crazy.
What the freak?
I-
Which one was it? Do you know which one it was?
I have it on my phone, but I can't use my phone at the moment. But I was pretty impressed though.
Oh,
He actually is working on some other works as well with a bunch of people that he met at the convention. So it was kind of nice to hear his story. It all started because he had a passion. He just showed up to a convention, and to the Anime Banzai, he was able to meet good people to actually...
networking worked.
Right, correct. And that was kind of cool. Oh man, if that's a success story from his, imagine how other people were able to make connections in there.
yeah.
I think for you guys, especially, being able to be more connected with anime, I know that. And for me, of course, being able to meet friends and having a good place to have those memories as well. Cosplay, dress up, or going to some of the competitions was really awesome. But yeah, it's kind of sad knowing that, there won't be no more Anime Banzai anymore. But with that being said, I do know that there's other conventions that are...
A lot of it got inspired because of what happened.
Yeah.
So we're getting more
We
coming out.
there's two
We
that
had
are
Hachikon that happened 2 months
Hachikon. It
ago.
wasn't that big, but it got
It was his first year.
first year. We have
Anime Town.
Anime Town,
And then I think
Isekai.
Isekai. Sure, okay, I'll count
and
that
then
one.
I think there's 2 more that people are wanting to create. So if they can go through with it, that'll be sometime next year.
Chibi-Con, we'll do it. That's how we get people to listen to us.
Yeah. But yeah, I know that Hachikon started with some people from Anime Band. So even though it's going to be gone, I think because of what they created, in a sense, have led to other things. So
Yeah.
I do hope that in the future, other conventions show up and they become a lot bigger.
We'll
And
do
have-
Chibi-Con, we'll do it in my backyard to save money.
yeah, and people become more involved. Anime, a lot of people really like anime. It's not oh, you like anime now. Kind of judge you here and there, which I still do. But I
No,
do
you don't.
know.
It's in his eyes.
But I do feel it's more of normal. Same with comics, So yeah, it's kind of a bittersweet feeling. But I guess they did what they can with what they have at the moment, and just to provide success somehow for this last year of the convention. So
See, I would want to be more caring about the situation, about what happened here with Banzai, but with how they just handle everything poorly, I just don't.
But
care.
to me, it's there has always been drama. This is the only drama that has surfaced to the public.
Well, obviously, there's always going to be drama no matter what. Nothing's going to be drama free, but I'm
Right.
saying how they presented it and how they went about it, and the people who were in charge of it should never have been in charge of it. And then how they were acting about it was just terrible. Like that's what I have an issue with. So
Maybe you should be there and help to make the
fucking touch
change.
anything. I should. I'm not putting my fingerprints on that train wreck.
We could start our own one.
Chibi-Con.
Chibi-Con, yeah, that's what I was about to say.
Typical Cardinal?
What?
No, I'm just kidding.
Yeah.
In honor of Banzai, I'll play a little song for you guys.
Jeez.
This
Thank
song
you,
is
Anime
older than
Banzai. Thank you, Banzai, for everything that you've done for us.
All the memories.
It's
all
been
the
great,
memories.
yeah.
Even
You know-
though every single year we give them crap about how they need to improve.
Hey,
we were criticizing them because we cared
We
about
care
it.
about
That's
them.
what-
You guys
that was-
supported by going.
And that first year that we actually like did it,
Yeah, you guys have a panel. Didn't you guys have a panel?
we had a panel.
See?
We had someone who was literally calling us every like 10 minutes. Hey, we have this person who
If we had
you can
somebody like
interview
that,
with.
if they had somebody like that running Banzai the whole time throughout from then to now, there wouldn't be this issue.
Oh, something else to point out. They had new individuals taking care of the volunteering. In the past, it was a different group.
Oh,
So,
really?
Yeah. So they
Did,
actually changed that.
Oh, it's like
Did-
they had to because the
Did
people,
our old friend Jamie, was she there?
She wasn't there. I hated it here.
Oh, sad.
But the guy basically, so since they were, I guess they didn't have enough people, they brought the guy who actually organized, well, part of their initial team to lead this convention, like be like the MC and all that kind of stuff.
Ah, interesting.
cool. Not really, but yeah.
All right,
But
all right.
yeah. So your convention, you got good memories.
Banzai. I'll
Yeah.
post a picture, our first picture that we did as a Chibino podcast. I'll put it up here because it came up in my.
Never went.
Yeah, I was not.
You weren't there,
I
and
was
you weren't there at
I
the
never
time.
went.
Yeah, you never went. So, but it's okay. It was good. You'll have other ones to go to one day.
They can buy bake next time. Like he was there too.
Yep.
Nice.
Anyway,
I think
right.
he's our highest viewed video.
One of them.
Yeah.
But anyway, thanks so much, guys, for watching. Remember, you can watch this first on YouTube, and then 2 weeks later, you can listen on Podomatic, Google, Spotify, Apple Podcasts, wherever you listen to podcasts. Remember, you can follow us on all of our social media at Chimino Podcast, capital C, capital N, capital P. Thanks so much, guys. We will see you next time. This is David the Smash Fan.
Mister.
Sharky will be coming next time. This is Japan.
And Boricua Senpai.
And Chimino Podcast.